Hollywood, New Jersey.
Welcome to Hollywood, New Jersey.
That's how I was going to do it. Welcome to Hollywood, New Jersey.
Okay, let's all do it. Like, welcome to Hollywood, New Jersey.
Take two.
I mean,
Well, can you shut the
this could be the intro. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm not doing it again.
Welcome.
Is this the whole podcast?
It's a Manny's nightmare.
The point of this podcast, Hollywood, New Jersey, is to document our process as we try to fund our second film. Three of us had made a film together, a feature film, and then Coop, our producer, has also made a film on his own without us, but we met Coop about 10 years ago. And since then, we've been talking about collaborating on a bigger movie. So our goal by the end of the year is to fund $1 million movie. And what we're noticing in New Jersey is that everybody's excited about Netflix coming to New Jersey, but Netflix being in New Jersey doesn't really do anything for independent filmmakers. So we want to show you what the process is like for independent filmmakers in New Jersey.
Also, along the way, we're going to give you some insights and whatever tips we can on things to avoid. Because making a film takes a village, but unfortunately that village gets burned down again and again. So definitely we want to bring in some other experts that we're friends with to give their insights, some of their experiences on what worked for them, and things to definitely, again, avoid. Be insightful. Go.
Are you hopeful about your film career? Let us teach you the ways of independent film.
Manny,
Run.
You're probably wondering who we are and why you should listen to us at all, and why you should follow our journey as independent filmmakers. So I guess we'll tell you a little bit about who we are. My name is Giancarlo Fernandez. I've directed one independent feature film, tons of music videos, short films, commercials, documentary content, social media content, a bunch of different stuff. And right now we are in pre-production for our next film.
I'm Manny. Songwriter, writer, pretend actor. All actors are pretend actors.
That's true.
Currently working on a audio show like the old time talkie things on the radio. And a couple albums too.
Hi, I'm Rocco Pachulo. I'm a writer, actor, producer, co-wrote 28-minute epic, or as people call it, what the fuck is that? Directed a documentary, wrote a couple scripts, done a lot of acting stuff, making a fucking podcast apparently. And
this is a podcast?
This is a no, it's a PODCumentary showcast.
Oh, I thought it was a docu-cast.
Well, because you're fucking stupid. That's why you thought that. Coop, tell them about yourself. Fucking tell the people who you are.
Concussion,
not the one you know.
Hey, I'm Anthony Cupo. I was the executive producer of the film Concussion. No, not the one with Will Smith. We don't smack you in the face.
He did it. He did it. He said the line.
And give you a concussion. Tie back.
I've been in the industry for a long time. Besides Concussion, which sold at Sundance, also helped launch a bunch of other pilots on some shows you may have seen on Cartoon Network and MTV and some other channels. And now I'm graced with the talent that is surrounding me, which is Guerrilla Ocho. So I'm happy to be part of the team.
When Coop sees a sinking ship, he goes, "There's room for one more."
That Titanic
Hold my beer.
Like there's some room on there.
It's not too much ice.
There's a quartet that's playing music. I can go listen to them.
You guys like Star Wars? Okay, I'm gonna be fine.
That's really all it took. It was really sad.
So before we get into anything that's too indie film related, obviously we're all motivated by the things that are out. We watch tons of movies, movie trailers, and to a lot of music, try to stay motivated. That's the stuff that keeps us wanting to do what we want to do. And I think just for fun, we'll talk about a movie we all saw this weekend, which was Superman. I'm going to ask Rocco to give us his thoughts first.
When I watch a Superman movie, I want a couple things. I want Superman breaking necks. I want mass destruction. I want 9/11 allegories. And I want his father saying, "Just let me fucking die." I hated this movie. It was hopeful and good. And like Lex Luthor wasn't like a fucking weirdo who puts Jolly Ranchers in people's mouths and talks about peach tea and piss. Yeah, it was awesome. It was a fun movie.
Did he just do a reverse within 10 seconds?
It's a fun movie. It's a fun first movie that acts like a sex movie.
The first part was all jokes. Is that it?
That's just gonna be the part you use. What a fucking moron!
Definitely using that entire soundbite.
He said he's a writer, right?
Yeah, he's a writer.
I like when the toys go boom, boom, boom.
Manny, your thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. Felt like a comic book movie, which was actually interesting because it started exactly like a comic book would, which is like right in the middle of something, not allowing you to even like kind of catch up. And as you start going, you slowly but surely have to try to catch up. The only thing that I'm a little concerned about is it felt too much like a comic book, which is, I know that's like not really a criticism, but it made me want to watch more, which is like at the end of an issue of a comic book, you want to just read the next issue and you have to wait, what, a month for that?
A long
Or if
time.
you're reading like a trade, you just keep going. With this, it kind of felt like, because it was a comic book movie, it felt like I wanted to just kind of keep going and like what the next movie is going to be in like 2 years from now or whatever. So, yeah, it was wonderfully campy, which I didn't think I was going to like, but I enjoyed, like, there was like a point when like all the journalists just like jump on board with what's going on and get into like the ship and kind of like try to help Superman. But yeah, it was good. It was interesting. It was fun.
Manny didn't see the movie. He just sums up what he thought it was. He fucking nailed it.
That's really good.
He fucking nailed it.
That's really good. But you actually did see them.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, sure.
Coop.
I'm very happy with the decidedly tonal shift, because from my perspective, I really like Henry Cavill. I don't think he was ever given the right story to begin with to launch a Superman franchise. It was, Snyder's version was very dark from the word go, and I think Batman influenced so much of like how we perceive like superhero films, where again with Jesse Eisenberg was desperately trying to be the next Joker, and it's like, no, you're Lex Luthor, it's your intellect. Now with Nick Holt, by the way, this whole thing is spoilers, so if you haven't seen the film, you should probably pause. But I really enjoyed his Nick Holt's version of Luthor. However, the one misstep in my opinion was he was actively calling out like battle combos to his team to inflict damage on Superman. I felt it would have been enough for him to have the strategy where his gaming nerds, maybe they're the ones who could have actually executed the moves or what have you. But overall, it did give me a sense of hope, and I did feel like it was a better move back towards the Christopher Reeve, where it's the Americana you want to believe in, and so I'm very optimistic about it. Is everything note perfect? No, but I feel like even cramming in some of our other heroes, my daughter, I went to see this with my daughter, and she went from not knowing who Guy Gardner and who Mr. Terrific were, to becoming fans. And that's a testament to the characterization, again, James Gunn, where 10 years ago, when you told me I was going to watch a space thriller with a raccoon, I was like, you're out of your friggin' mind. And by the time the film is over, I'm an instant, Rocket fan. So I think that's what James Gunn does best, is take underdog characters and flip them. So 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made me want to read Superman comics, which I've really rarely read any Superman comics.
So I definitely grew up reading a lot of Superman comics. I fucking loved this movie. I fucking loved it so much. I thought I made notes, actually.
Oh.
My first note is fucking loved it. I loved it so much. It was so fun. And it felt like you said, it felt like a comic book movie. That he's not afraid to lean into the colors and the slapsticky comedy. There's a lot of criticism in terms of like he seemed too immature. But I always feel like when we're watching these films, you're supposed to be, and I've said this before, like a reflection of our times, the way people act, how you're physically, emotionally, spiritually immature and you're growing. And it's showing like how social media can affect everyone and anyone, including fucking Superman, who's like, I don't read the comments. And it's like, no, that makes him more human than he's ever been before.
Well, he clearly does, because she calls him out on it.
Yeah.
Well,
100%.
realistically, too, he's also a farm boy. He's a guy that was fucking raised in Kansas and then went to the big city and then became a superhero. He's not like a guy who was like in the city and fucking on social media the whole time.
No, you know what? I thought it was cool because a lot of people's complaint why they don't like it, they're saying it's too woke. Right? It's too woke, too political.
I didn't get that.
Comic books, especially Superman comics, always reflected what was going on in politics. So the fact that the movie does it, I think you shouldn't be shocked that you're watching Superman interfere. I mean, it's what's going on. It's going to reflect society, right? So like that wasn't my issue with it. But the fact that he has to defend himself, I thought was kind of cool. But someone said that you have to think of Superman as a fireman and not a police officer. He's not there to enforce the law. He's there to help people get to safety. And I was like, fuck. I never thought about Superman like that.
Well, it's really prevalent because like that was my biggest criticism of the Zack Snyder film was like Superman doesn't really save anyone during the Zod fight, which is like the biggest criticism of that, because it's like, why is it such a big deal for him to kill Zod?
Well,
If he's not worried about life at all, and in this, they like go out of their way. He saves a squirrel at one point.
Yes.
Like,
what's the problem like with that? It's like in Man of Steel, it's like, what if Superman was realistic? It's like he'd probably be a moody asshole that breaks everything. Superman's like a fantasy.
Yeah.
So it's like with Batman, you could do it like, oh, if it's grounded. But with Superman, it basically turned into Independence Day, but the guy was flying around fucking. This was a Superman movie.
Yeah.
This is like if they'd made no movies from Superman 4 to now and just rebooted it, it would have been fine. Because Superman Returns doesn't do anything to forward it. Man of Steel goes in a completely different, dark, Elseworlds direction. This is like the closest you could get to Christopher Reeves without being Christopher Reeves' clone.
And Christopher Reeve's son was the reporter in the first thing, William Reeves.
yeah.
I was like, holy shit! Like I
So another thing I got just gives me goosebumps is Jerry Goldsmith's score from 1977 Superman. It's so iconic. They had to put it in. So yeah, I feel like this is the Superman that. Yeah, he's an illegal alien, which that ridiculous, this whole like woke thing. But it's like,
They must have hated Quest for Peace if they had the woke stuff, because that was all.
but I feel like it's like you're upset because he's a North Star, and what Americana was perceived for a long, like for generations. That was the Americana that was perceived, and now we're holding a mirror back up, and some people just can't handle it.
yeah, they're like, it's supposed to be truth, justice, and the American way. Well, now it's truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. And I think that's fucking bolder. That's a bolder statement to try to live up to.
And this fucking asshole's inclusive. He's helping everybody. He's hopeful. That's movie sucks.
Right.
And I want Superman to be dropping people out fucking windows.
Would you say is it the was it the Truth, Justice, and what is it
Truth,
called?
justice, and a better tomorrow.
And a Better Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought it was cool. I thought Corn Sweat, crazy name, David Corn Sweat.
Yeah.
He's fucking. I thought he was perfect. I
porn name.
really liked great porn name. In case it does bad.
Great costume for a porn.
No, David Corn Sweat.
I really like Brandon Routh, so I feel like he never got a fair shake at the role, but he reminded me a lot of Routh and Reeves.
Even Cavill's good. It's just these fucking directors.
I really like Man of Steel, but Cavill's my least favorite out of all the Supermen. Internet, I said it. Fuck you. Rachel, how do you say her name? Brosnahan?
Wait a second. Wait. Our subscribers just went down, but this is the pilot episode, right?
Yeah.
How did the subscribers go down?
We've been talking about Henry
I just said it.
Cavill.
Internet.
Henry Cavill was the one thing I was like, are we doing?
Wait, we're going to that.
Okay.
We're going to that.
All right.
I just want to talk about Rachel. Fucking perfect.
Pierce Brosnan was great as Lois Lane.
Yeah, no, she's amazing. Honestly, like I wanted to see more of her, more of the Daily Planet. If I have any real gripes, it's like more. I want to see more Daily Planet, more of the people in the Daily Planet. I thought it'd be really cool. Hold up.
You shut the fuck up.
Crypto was a whole character, and I fucking loved it because that's another thing where people just love their pets, and their pets are like children, their children, and the fact that he had so many pivotal parts in the movie, and I thought they worked really well. Again, to the Rocket Raccoon thing, it's like let's see if we can care about an animal that doesn't talk, but shows us why we should care about him.
He was like a working MacGuffin.
Yeah.
Like, he was living MacGuffin. That was like,
Right.
crypto. Crypto's over here. And he pays back.
Don't use fucking cinema talk. Fucking nobody knows you're fucking.
And egg and cheese MacGuffin, right?
MacGuffin.
I can't talk to each other.
Everybody's saying Mr. Terrific was a surprise MVP. I don't fucking think it was a surprise MVP. I thought it was really cool.
Like showed off. That's the reason why he was like a standout.
That's the same guy that was in X-Men.
Yes.
This whole
First
Well, I'm
class.
just saying that scene when he like goes to the like whatever the LexCorp.
Yeah, and he does that whole
Well,
thing.
well,
Yeah, it's badass.
I know, but like no other side characters got anything like that. Like Green Lantern, yeah, there was the moment where he's like throwing up the like middle finger
And he flips it.
Yeah,
Which
but,
he didn't
like,
know about. That was done in
Yeah.
post.
But like my point is, Mr. Terrific got like his own scene to just show off what he was doing.
Yeah, which I thought was cool.
Which I didn't even know of him as a character.
Oh, I have a critique of the film.
Wait, we got there.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave now.
I thought Nicholas Hoult was good. I just thought he got better as the movie went on. I was just like waiting for him to be like a badass Lex, and it took some time to get there. But once he was there, it was a very slow burn. But once we got there, it was like, all right, cool. This guy who plays Jimmy Olsen.
Yes.
We're gonna have the same issue, I think, with the film.
I feel like that guy watches The Bear and is like, that could be me.
The Because he looks like
Yeah,
a
I'm that fucking guy.
he's like a rough draft of what's his name? Jeremy what?
Jeremy
Alan White.
Jeremy Allen White. Yeah, he's like a rough draft of
Who's
Jeremy.
the Allen? Just Jeremy White.
Yeah.
Barry Allen White.
Barry Allen White. Yeah. I care about Jimmy Olsen for the first time, like ever, where they actually gave him something to do except die.
They give him a
Yeah, yeah,
superpower. All the women are like, "Oh my god, he's the
Yeah, that. They're gonna find out his whatever.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool comic books with Jimmy Olsen, like like stories that I'm sure they're gonna follow.
They want to give him a TV show. I kind of want to see him with like Eve be his girlfriend. So he has this guy who can get any woman in the world. But he has this annoying girlfriend that's like, so it becomes like a cartoon, like fucking Pepe Le Pew almost in reverse.
So what is she? The woman who had the nanobots. She was called the
Engineer. She's basically from the Authority, which they were probably trying to set up.
Okay, so my problem with that is crazy amounts of power, like Brainiac level stuff that's going on. So like when Brainiac, if he ever shows up, it's like she kind of did everything. Where she's like, she served the script wherever they needed something instantaneously, and she just like could magically do all these things. And so I was like, it's kind of overpowered for what now, if you're familiar with the comics, you knew who Ultraman was, and so, but I think they revealed it pretty well,
So Ultraman is a copy of David Cornsweet in the movie. He should have been Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill, it looked fucking similar.
Yeah.
If he would have took his mask off and it was Henry Cavill, the whole audience would have been like, "Holy fucking shit!"
And I told you going into the movie, the only thing that's gonna piss me off if he takes off that fucking mask and it's an exact copy. Because as much as I love Wolverine, and as much as I like Logan, that was one of my biggest things. It's like, don't let it be himself. It's like, it's already metaphorically supposed to be like, it's you versus you.
Right.
I don't want to fucking see that same story again. And when he pulls off the mask, I'm like, please God. And it's not Cavill. I was like, damn it.
It looks
like,
similar enough where it would make sense. He's a slightly...
So the only reason I'm with it is because Gunn's basically like, we're over this universe. We're over Cavill. But it would have been awesome to fucking beat him to a pope and be like, nah, he's really dead.
But it also would have made sense if they brought him back. That bringing back Jason Momoa's logo, they could have brought back Henry Cavill, because it would have been cool if like he fucking got thrown into the dimension and he comes back and he's Bizarro. That would have been fucking cool. They're bringing back people. The guy who plays Polka Dot Man, every interview is like, I would love to play the Joker. Hint, hint, James.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So that,
by the way, James,
Peacemaker's still like in the thing.
Polka Dot Man's dead though.
No, but I didn't say it. I'm just saying like there's at least that part from.
Yeah, they're gonna take that part over. But there's some like characters, some actors he worked with, like Bradley Cooper played fucking
Terrell.
critiques.
The last other thing that I really had an issue with, I think, is the plot reveal, the thing with the selfies.
What about the harem thing? I thought that's gonna be weird.
I thought the harem thing was just funny, but to me it was the selfies thing. So like that feels super comic booky. Like we're fucking like, and it's like, oh, it's been there the whole time since the beginning of the movie. Like she's been taking information, and Lex is so genius and so involved and so obsessed with Superman that at no point does he see his girlfriend taking pictures everywhere with evidence in the background. At no point does he see that. So that was the one major thing where I was like,
that would have been a better mid film break, where it's just like, in other words, that's something that Lex would have picked up middle of the film and cast her into the cubicle prison or whatever.
I know why they did it, because it was good for the plot. But there's no fucking world.
Really?
There's no world where that's his girlfriend and he's not bugging her phone. He would have had like everything. All of her devices would have been linked to his. He would know when she takes a picture of fucking sunset.
Yeah,
I thought she was going to be the new
reporter.
Jimmy Olsen, I really love you. I'm going to do this. And he's like,
yeah, we're too far in advance with all these gadgets to let that ride for.
Well, they also just made him too smart and like an evil genius for that to be like a slip up, but.
That's what I'm saying.
By the way, so that goes into the bigger fallacy of supervillains, if I may, which is, who cares about this little, this Slavic country or whatever country this is supposed to be? It's like, dude, you are crazy level genius. Where like, once you have this, it's like, it's not money, it's not even power for this little country. It's like, Lex, you're in world domination mode, and we just met you, and you're fucking 25 years old or whatever.
I don't think it was world. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but like, I don't think it was world domination. I think he was genuinely obsessed with Superman. And
no, I understand that, but
Superman.
He wants his ego, couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I started a war because I hate you. That was his thing.
He wanted permission to be able to kill Superman, not just from the government, but from like society. They wanted because he could have just killed Superman at any point in time, but he needed society to know that if he killed Superman, that he would be like a hero. So that's like the one thing that I think kind of made him like that was the flaw in his like whole scheme. He could have killed Superman at any point in time.
How do you say his name? Is it Metamorpho?
Metamorpho.
I don't know. Again, please let us know in the comics if anybody put that connection together. But having him instantly create kryptonite, I was like, that's a James. That's really funny. That's smart.
That was cool too, but I also thought that went too fast. Was he like a stand worker or something? The guy who fed Superman?
Oh yeah, the one guy is like, who's just like, write his name down. We're gonna use him later, and then they bring him in.
Dark.
Yeah, super dark. I mean, pretty awesome. Because it's like you didn't
Stakes
expect.
are there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't expect that to happen so fast. I think Luthor's a little smarter that he would have like fucked with him because they do it as a joke, where he's like, "Oh."
I think he's showing how serious he is, and the fact that they cut the bullshit out pretty fast, I thought worked really
We're
well.
also another guy right away though. Like,
He also didn't even react to killing the guy too. Like I think that was the other.
Metamorpho reacted right
Well,
away.
the fact that Metamorpho reacted, and then we cut away to something else, and then come back to him like, "Oh, I could have done something." Like, keep us there in the fucking moment. That feels to me like a TikTok scroll. Like, oh, people are gonna get bored with this guy crying. Let me go somewhere else and come back. I think it took away from like the emotional impact of the
From
scene.
Anthony.
That guy.
Yeah. We love you.
It just kind of took
That's
away
so
from me.
bad.
I feel like when you're gonna have emotional impact and show that the stakes really hurt something, like let's stay with the characters. For me, it's like somewhere we want to stay there, but we just cut to something else. Like back at the farm.
That's like mainly the biggest criticism that I think most people might have with the movie is like it's like fear of staying serious.
serious.
It was fast though too. It was like, "I won't help you, Superman.
Yeah,
I'm too scared."
exactly.
"Oh, okay, maybe I'll help you,
Yeah,
Superman." It's
yeah.
like, why even have that arc?
Yeah, because then it goes from that to like the baby and like all that. Like I feel for him. Like I feel for it because I'm watching and I'm like, oh, it is a superhero movie. Like it kind of like my suspension of disbelief went back and forth a little bit because I'm like, oh, all right, I guess like this would happen if I flip through a page and go, oh, on this page we're already flying this way. We're going this way. Overall, Superman I thought was the bee's knees.
Oh,
It was Superman.
So, would you recommend this film? I'm stealing this from what podcast has that? Would you recommend this film?
Yes. If you like Hope, you should watch Superman.
I hate Hope.
Also, James Gunn. Please help us.
Definitely cutting that out. So people in New Jersey are really excited. People in New Jersey are really excited.
Films again. That was more fun.
People in New Jersey are really excited that Netflix is coming here. They're bought up a bunch of land. They're opening studios. It seems that Hollywood is now going to reemerge here in New Jersey because of the tax credit. So I think we have a 37% tax
In
credit.
certain areas, it's 35 everywhere, and it could be even deeper depending on specific spot.
Okay, so
Yeah.
naturally there being a couple of like film-related schools in Jersey and a lot of filmmakers, indie filmmakers, that seems like a great thing for them, especially because you come out of college, you go get a filmmaking degree, a screenwriting degree, you don't know what to do, but now Netflix is here, so maybe you can get a job. You would think, right? Like that's kind of what it feels like. Everyone who is excited, that's younger than us, and I would say college students graduating, I think they're looking at this.
What do you mean younger than us? I mean, we're not.
Hello,
that
fellow
old.
kids.
22.
I think everybody's looking at this Netflix thing as it's going to save us. It's going to save creatives. Even though I believe that it's going to be great for grips, people who like to be on set, production assistants,
Technicians, yeah.
technicians. But what about screenwriters and filmmakers? Is that going to help us at all?
No.
That's a good question.
It's great that Netflix is here. There's a couple of things. It opens in 2028, so if you think you're getting a job right away, you're not. If you want to be assistant editor, maybe. But if you're a writer or a director, it's not going to matter. Because if Netflix was right next door to you, they still wouldn't fucking do anything with you. Because they have loopholes where it's like, we don't want to read your script because you could get sued. There's a whole thing. So there's that.
Solicitation.
Solicitation.
I can't take that tape from you. It's called unsolicited material and the words we have.
Also, filmmaking started in New Jersey, right? And why are they back? Because things went to shit and we have good tax breaks. We fucking, remember when they went to Georgia? You think they went to Georgia because they're like, we need fucking peaches. They go over there because they want the incentives. But you know what? You got to take advantage of that because it works for a couple of things. Like, if you want to be like an extra in a big movie, I was a fucking extra in Happy Gilmore too. Those things
For
were
like a month and a half.
yeah, for like it was for a while, and like things like that, or fucking
And you were in the what? Aaron Hernandez song?
yeah. There's opportunities if you want to be like an extra, if you want to do all that.
So it
other
seems
stuff.
like Netflix actually is helping you.
Oh,
You're kind
Netflix.
of-
Get the fuck out. This is for independent filmmakers.
Netflix is helping people like me, but it's not helping me in the way I wanted to. I want to fucking make movies.
As an independent filmmaker, it's not helping you. It's not helping you. It's not helping you. It's not helping
Well,
you.
There's positives.
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
saying that it will, but I'm wondering if having some type of Hollywood in New Jersey, just like what you were saying with Georgia, like did the independent scene in Georgia pick up, and were they, using that as almost like a minor leagues where they're like, I would imagine that it's probably easier for someone in Hollywood to go to a festival that is on the West Coast because they're already on the West Coast. But if they're on the East Coast and they're in the area, like maybe there will be an uptick in, the Garden State Film Festival from people that are at, in Netflix or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they might use that as actual recruiting grounds because they're in the area. And actually isn't the Netflix studio going to be down south, right?
Fort Mom.
So that's like near like Asbury Park-ish area, relative at least. So it's
So you're
like
saying there's a small percentage of people who will benefit from it in the film
well,
community.
in theory. I'm not saying not, or I'm not saying it will. I guess the way to test it would be to look to see if like there was a lot of filmmakers coming out of Atlanta when in the past like 10 years. Because if that's the case, then there is an argument to be made that doing a film festival in New Jersey doesn't feel like you're just playing to New Jersey people. You might be playing to, the implants from Hollywood coming over to New Jersey.
I have a slightly more positive take that I want to share, and that is good news. You all have jobs. Yeah. So, like, from what I understand, this tax incentive is until 2037. Is that correct? And if it does well, it will be continued. So part of my upbringing was you have to go to LA because that's where all the work is. Now, again, the work that we're talking about is technicians, scripts, lighting, possibly editorial, possibly some other, maybe ACs. But my point is the system that I was part of for a short amount of time, you're putting your time in, and so now they're trusting you to do these tasks. And then maybe while you're doing that, in LA, it would be like, hey, we have a weekend here. I'm shooting a music video, and you would get like 35 millimeter. That was filmed, by the way. And you actually make a music video, exactly. But my point is, that's when in that community, even though you're not part of the elite or like the decision makers for the actual features, you are making content that's getting you. It may not even be good, but it's like, oh, okay, well, that film sucked, Kupo, but you know what? I could pass it along, and maybe we'll give you a chance to do something else. And so, so again, this is not what we're talking about as far as being indie film, but there might be a small window or a ladder that stems from this in 4 months.
I mean, Zack Snyder came from somewhere.
Yeah. But you know what I think it forces us to do? It forces a community of indie filmmakers to go, all right, how do we rise above and show that we have the creativity to pull something off without the giant behind us?
And that's where I think this podcast and our endeavor is still the same, and that is to inform and gather the community around us. But more importantly, it's always about making something of our own so we can not fast track it, but we're not that system would take 5 or 6 years, and depending on how much you hustled, all these other things, which again, you should still learn how to work inside the community, because you're going to know how to, if you do get your shot, you don't want to walk in and not have any clue on how to run a team, or at least how to interact with other folks that might be in a union. Unions are still very important. But so I just want to say, like, yes, it's not immediately. I don't see us like people like, oh, Giancarlo, you're obviously crazy talented. We need you to write our next, Happy Gilmore, 3 or something like that. So
Might have made it better.
well.
Why is he playing soccer? Well, you don't like it, racist?
By the way, did Happy Gilmore 2 come out?
No, it's coming out
Oh, okay.
July 25th. Look for me in the background.
Look for Rocco in a bunch of different backgrounds.
Yeah.
By the way, everybody, if you do, just for fun, do your own screen grabs and send them to us so we could share them. And just keep
that would be
it
fun.
Yeah, and if you can't find me, just find another fat white guy with a beard. They all look alike. It's fine.
People not in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is Hurley
put up, yeah.
This is Hurley from Lofts. Close enough.
So, I mean, we want to talk about that a little bit because that's basically why we want to start this podcast, because we know there's a lot of Netflix stuff that's going to be happening over the next couple of years, and we still want to make films, want to make movies. So we've made a bunch of stuff in the past 10 years plus, but we've all only made one feature film. So we want to make another one. So that's the main push for this podcast, for us to document what's going on.
This podcast is the gun to our head to make us not look like assholes. We're funding a movie, so we're going to do it.
That's not why I'm doing this podcast.
So dag dead guys.
You have no friends.
And what that other
I
guy
just want to be able to talk to my friends about stuff.
You guys have been so distant lately. The only way it could get is with 4 cameras and talk about bullshit. But it's okay just to be in the same room with you.
Every time I want to say something, he says, save it for the podcast.
It's like, John, I need to talk. Save it for the podcast.
Well, we do have Magic Hour.
So what's Magic Hour, Coop?
Magic Hour is another film I produced on Amazon right now, which all of these, wait, did you work on it a little bit as well?
I saw it.
That counts. We'll take the win.
I almost worked on it.
So,
I think I did some
You did
sound stuff or something. I did some cleanup.
and that's a fun film on Amazon about the world ending, and does that have Will Smith in it?
In indie films, sometimes we're not as organized because we don't have the time or the money, so we just forget the stuff we work on.
Even big budget films are not as it's actually a miracle when an independent $1 million, $2 million film gets made, just like it's a miracle when a $250 million film gets made. It's
well, you've also seen from the other end where you're like working on like effects
Are you allowed to
Yeah.
talk about the films that you've worked on now?
or like in
Yeah.
vague terms
So
you talk about.
As a VFX supervisor, you've worked on
no.
as a what?
VFX editor.
As a VFX editor.
As
you've
assistant fluffer.
you and assistant bluffer. You've worked on Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
You worked on In the Heights.
No, I worked on
Tick Tick Boom. I know
Tick
that
Tick
one.
Boom. Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah, that one.
I'm gonna say In the Heights anyway because it sounds cool. You worked in the Heights.
Yeah, it's
and
awesome.
Tick Tick Boom.
And Star Wars and The Godfather and Superman. Holy shit,
You
man.
worked on Superman. Any other notable ones that like in recent memory?
the Avatar show, first season, which they didn't get a second season.
Oh, Shyamalan?
Really?
I don't know. I didn't even watch it, even though I'm a huge Avatar fan. But
You got a reputation for not watching shit that you
Yeah.
like, which is
well, I'll just watch.
What's your level of film?
We'll
I'll
get
just-
into that in another.
I'll just watch the cartoon. I mean, we could talk about Glengarry Glen Ross
No.
or Rocky
Or Spider-Man.
Who the fuck told you you could watch movies with men? Who the fuck told you?
He's been waiting.
Who the fuck told you? APW, always be watching.
If you want to be bored for 90 minutes, watch Glengarry Glen Ross.
Wow, everyone in this movie is amazing.
Bro.
The lead,
Wow, I never thought I would say hot take.
Fucking Alan Arkin, Jack Lemmon, Ed Harris.
Who told you you can work with men?
Download the movie, edit out everything that's not Al Pacino, and then watch that, and that's a great.
Alec Baldwin, see, which is not in
Shelley.
play.
Come on,
It's like 5 minutes. Just watch. Okay, fine. Watch the Alec Baldwin thing too. With
Kevin
the
Spacey. I forgot Kevin Spacey was in the fucking movie. It's so good. There's so many good performances.
Well, that statement.
I just
that
can't believe
aged
how
really well.
pretentious
Yeah.
Rocco is. Like I expect this from you, but like that's like a stage play that like
It was so
like
good.
people that don't like films love plays. They'll like reference Glengarry Glen Ross. The fact that Rocco likes that and is like obsessed with it.
Yeah, a moron like me even likes it. That just show you how good it
It
is.
just makes I don't know. I have a higher opinion.
I'm
of
like
you
Superman
than I
Fly
thought.
good. But it was a fucking good movie. And then fucking, yeah, like when Pacino's telling Kevin Spacey, like literally that line. Is
That was
fucking-
part of the thing that I was saying. Al Pacino, everything that he says in that movie is amazing, and every scene
Jack
that he's
Lemmon-
in is
Jack
amazing.
Lemmon and Kevin Spacey have a whole
They're all
subplot
doing
where-
great acting. It's just boring as leads. Like there's like that screenwriting like thing where they say like, oh, repeat lines because that's what people
David
do.
Mamet.
Sometimes they'll repeat lines. There's some times where literally I can imagine the entire like page is just one line repeated over and over. Leads.
Wait.
These leads are shit. Leads.
Wait.
Fuck you, fuck me. Hey, fuck you. No, fuck me, fuck you.
So you think the leads are weak?
You're fucking weak.
Good one.
There's no way it didn't clip.
Oh, man. Okay.
You see this watch?
Did you see this watch?
There's so many good
I
lines.
can look at it one time watching Glenn Carey Glenn Cross because it's fucking amazing.
Anyway, back to VFX editing.
Right. So,
Oh, yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
No, the last thing was probably Barbie,
Okay.
because Avatar was like probably a year or two before Barbie.
So that's basically all the work you were doing for the man.
Did you work on Severance?
No, I
And
did not.
so let's transition.
I almost did.
Let's transition quickly into the personal stuff that we're working on right now.
Yeah, please.
So what are you working on right now?
Any business.
That has nothing to do with us or
Yeah. Well, me and Rocco are working on a audio adventure story album about. Actually, you could pitch it better than I can.
It's the audio adventures of Chase Run.
As the
Basically,
narrator.
yeah. The audio adventures of Chase Run. Just basically a bounty hunter that, I always pitch it this way. People get mad. It's like, what if Han Solo had a daughter, but like the shitty Han Solo, like the beginning of New Hope, where it's like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. And then, it's just like chronicling her adventures, and it's kind of like the Flash Gordon audio things? You would know, Coop. No, but seriously, is it Flash Gordon? The fucking audio ones, where it's like, I'm listening to the adventures of fucking,
Yeah, I remember back in the 30s, 40s, when I was listening to
Before he was
he
inventing
directed a couple
and
episodes.
everyone would sit around the radio to listen to what was happening.
We're gonna have a fireside chat about Buck Rogers, and sure, I totally remember that. You know, I'm excited. I didn't
Go like this.
Back then, I'm pretty sure Superman was a dirty commie, but that's another
Started
another day.
very early.
I like my Superman not flying, just jumping over buildings. See,
It was a Jewish
Me and Coop over
comedy written by two Jewish guys.
So bad.
I don't know how this is gonna play in this podcast, but keep going. Yeah.
Wait, what?
There's two Jewish guys.
Yeah, and Zack Snyder was like Christian
And they wrote-
allegory.
they wrote
That's
him
what this
kind- they wrote-
That's what this means.
Well, that was the big deal about what's his name, David.
Kortzler?
Yeah, it was the first time that they actually had a Jewish person playing,
Oh, I didn't know that.
which is a big deal because the two creators are Jewish,
Yeah.
and they were actually writing, not to get back into your woke concepts, but they were writing the idea of them being
The Super Jew.
Jewish immigrants.
Superman.
Oh,
Being and the fact that he was an alien was like him being an immigrant,
Yeah, yeah.
basically. But yeah, and I didn't read this, but I looked into the origins of it. Apparently, he was beating up landlords and who were taking advantage of their whatever, and
Superman?
attacking politicians and dirty cops and
Just
stuff.
dead
like that.
landlords, that'll teach you
Well,
how to fuck with the
no,
doorknob.
it was before they had supervillains. He would be
Everyday
dealing
struggles.
with regular people.
Got to say, I
Like
really love
everyone-
the fucking scroll thing. 3,000 years, 300 years, 3 minutes ago.
I think you meant the squirrel thing where he saves a squirrel. I was like, it wasn't that good. He
The
just saved
fact
a
that they
fucking
gave
squirrel.
us a Star Wars
Yeah.
scroll, I thought was kind of cool. I was like, fuck, I love that.
Well, when James Gunn's talking about DCU, it's like, I'm going to make it more like Star Wars than Marvel. And that's what he did. He started with an opening scroll and been like, this is the world. This is
Well,
what's
by the way,
happening.
it's not a scroll. It's just text on screen.
Yeah, but it's scrolling.
I meant the
Just
idea.
my
I meant
text.
the idea.
Oh, yeah.
Text.
Yeah.
Text.
The idea of
It
setting
wasn't a
up the
scroll.
world with that
Okay.
is what I meant.
I don't mean to be semantic.
No,
They
I
were
get,
just-
I get it, but I'm just saying.
they were technically fading in supers. For
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it was crossfade in and out,
Nerd alert.
All right, we fucking got derailed by fucking Buck Rogers.
By the way, next
So-
week we're going to take you into Premiere to show you how to recreate.
Seriously, though, Star Wars is about Vietnam, not World War.
The audio adventures of Chase Run, we're working on that.
Oh yeah, you were talking about
And-
something.
Yeah, are you going to talk about the other thing too, or no?
I don't know.
Is there any other projects you're working on that you cut me and Coop out of?
Maybe a music.
You mean the
part,
ones
too.
that we asked for years? Like, hey, we should make animated shows. You're like, I can't fucking do it. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh man, I remember putting a lot of time in
Yeah,
that project.
What the guys are bringing up is this. We've known each other for about 10 years, and in that time, we have not been sitting on our hands. We produced a couple of shorts, which actually have been
pilot.
seen. And a pilot that has been seen at festivals. So one thing is always trying to keep creating stuff. However, sometimes because maybe the destination is supposed to be an animation, and we don't have the manpower or the budget. Those things sometimes they go on the back burner, and you're like, gosh darn, I really want to see this thing come to life. So one cool thing that's Manny and Rocco have been doing is turning some of these concepts into radio dramas to really great effect. So I can't wait for you guys to check those out. We'll have links in the description because are they publicly available?
We're about to launch one. The other one needs a little time.
So that's something we should talk about as well. It's like when you don't have a budget, but you have this great idea, maybe turning it into an audio or you can radio play might be a way.
You control what you can control. Like we could record some audio, we could work on that. It's like, of course, we'd love to have it animated, but that's that's indie filmmaking. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
If you want shit to exist.
Yeah.
Cool. What are you working on?
One other endeavor is this funny thing called the pandemic hit, and so a bunch of my friends were having Zoom calls with each other, drinking copious amounts of alcohol, and one of them had an idea of like, hey, why don't we play Dungeons and Dragons? And I was like, oh my god, I haven't played that in like years, and so like, okay, let's do it. So luckily, I haven't played it since that last Buck Rogers I was listening to.
When we used to talk like this.
So I had this idea, say, hey, we're going to get our dice and we'll just do a remote session.
Man.
And so that passion for D&D turned into the AARPGs podcast, the Advanced Age Role-Playing Gamers podcast, which you can check out on all the places that you get your podcast. And that's been running for 4 years. And it gave me a chance to just do silly voices, come up with crazy conversations with my friends. So I've been doing that. But my day job is still producing content for marketing purposes for whether it's spirit brands or other products. So if you ever need somebody who can help you create a strategy for your brands, give me a call. Link will be in the description.
That's your guy. That's your guy.
Yeah.
That's your man.
Putting all these
how about
links
you?
in the description.
But I don't, not me.
I'm not doing
I'm
it.
not fucking doing that.
I guess
Put all the links in the description. Coop's like, and this and that and that.
Hey, if you check out the links in the description, we can get you a 5% code.
I've also worked on a bunch of acting shit. I kind of did Manny's turn, but whatever.
That was it.
Yeah, I mean, you're working on the same thing he's working on.
I'm working on other things, but it's fine.
You have to tell us something else you're working on? Go
I
ahead.
forgot Rocco has a billion things.
Yeah, I have.
All right,
They
pick
should
one.
all be books. by the way,
What am I
just so
working
you know.
on right now? Okay, all right. So one thing I'm doing is, so Unbearable is this short film that we're going to be making at one point in the future about a guy who's he starts listening to his Winnie the Pooh doll and he starts becoming Winnie the Pooh, but he has psychosis and he starts killing people. Unbearable. Winnie the Pooh's coming to kill you.
But
That-
what if it was Mickey Mouse?
Do we need a bear in it?
Can it be a book? Can it be something else? Can it be what it's not? No! Fuck you. It's a short film. It's maybe a feature. It's also a feature film that I'm trying to get made.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
Hey, John Carlo, here's all the attention.
Turn it into a children's book. I think that'll work.
What if it was a pamphlet?
Children's book about a boy who goes to a magical land.
You're a good producer. What if the thing that was the thing wasn't the thing?
And then there's
Patient.
like a donkey or something. I don't even know what Eeyore is.
Yeah.
It's a
Is there a
donkey.
donkey? All right, there's a donkey there.
You sidetracked me so much that you didn't know fucking Eeyore. I'm just like, whatever, Unbearable. Don't worry about that. You don't know Eeyore's a fucking donkey?
Mm.
He has a detachable tail.
He's like a horse or whatever.
No, he's a donkey.
What's the difference?
You're a fucking donkey. All right. Let me just talk so we can.
Hey, don't say that.
Joe Curley, what do you have?
John
Oh, yeah,
Fallon's
John.
working on a master album, the best movie ever made. He's working on like 5 TV shows. He's probably working on like a comic book or something about like aliens or some shit. He's definitely
There's
working on.
aliens and
He's definitely working on like a children's book that
Repopulating
probably
the earth.
children shouldn't read.
John's doing everything, a little bit of everything, all of the time.
How about we hear it from him?
Maybe some comedy. Probably working on some comedy bits. So he
Doing
can
a fucking
randomly.
podcast.
Oh yeah, there's a podcast. Docu.
What else are you doing, John?
I'm trying my best to stay focused because I do have a lot of projects that I work on. But my main focus right now is definitely, besides the podcast that we're working on right now, is that we want to get this feature film off the ground.
Milk
So
and cookies.
we have a Christmas horror comedy, and that's my main focus right now. Together, we came up with a concept, an outline. There's a first draft, so it's my responsibility right now to write the second draft. So that's what I'm doing.
Like the 10th draft.
Well,
You
it's
know.
it's
Oh,
the
it's
second
the 10th
draft, the new
draft.
version of the movie. Now that
Writing is rewriting.
writing is rewriting. Now that Coop is going to be our main producer, because he's already been to Sundance, and we've only been to Vimeo, which we love, but we've been to Vimeo. Actually, we won the Broadway International Film Festival, the
Audience choice.
audience choice.
So if it comes down to judges, we're fucked. But if it's just people, they're like, we like it.
That
We
one
actually
lady
like it.
did not like it.
Which one?
One of the judges did not
Yeah,
like
that's true.
20 of an Epic?
Yeah.
Which is a feature-length superhero action comedy that you can get on Vimeo.com. There's also a making-of documentary called No, It's Not. 20 minutes. It's long. I fucked that up. You get it. Yeah, there'll be a link in the description. Coop will put it there.
Somebody's fun.
The movie's a little dated. Let's just say.
Yeah, no. It's
The movie's a little dated, but listen, we got a movie made. And
Yeah.
I think that says a lot. Like, we were able to film an independent film in a period of 6 months, 37 days over 6 months. And all the post-production was done, between myself, Manny, and 2 other people that help. Steve, who you guys will meet on the podcast eventually, who's an actor. Who's
He's a real
actor. Real actor. Like, I want to be an actor. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Bogo's
And that guy.
Bogo's fucking...
Bogo's got some credits.
He's like a real one. He's like, I got like an agent. I was in California, and he comes back here, and we're like, "Tell us about it, Bogo. Is it as wonderful as you say?" He's like, "It fucking sucks."
But on top of all that, I also have a day job. I work in marketing as well, and I do freelance projects. So I take on freelance editing gigs or filming gigs, directing gigs. So I'm trying my best to definitely stay focused on the bigger projects, the ones that I feel that I'm more
With the
passionate
5
about.
children upstairs that you
I
hear.
have 3 children, and
Sounds like 5.
And I'm married. I have a lot going on, but the stuff that keeps me motivated creatively is having a crew of guys that are equally passionate. So that's why we're moving forward, trying to make sure that we can continue to make stuff as Netflix takes over the world, and we have to fight back.
Yeah, we're fighting the empire.
We're fighting the empire. There's so many different ways to fund a movie now. So I would love to be able to fund $1 million film, crowdfund it, fund it any way we can. And in terms of roles for what's going on with the movie moving forward, we're all like writing a little bit, but I'm taking the brunt of the rewriting right now. I'll give it to the crew. We'll kind of talk about it, and we'll see where it goes from there. Coop will be producing. I'll be annoying Manny with allowing him to help me come up with music, which he already came up with a really cool song that I called him one day, and I was like, I have this idea. And as much as it annoys him to do things on the fly, he came up with something awesome. And then Rocco and I will be back and forth in terms of like just the tone and concept moving forward. So we're all have specific parts we're playing as we're trying to fund the movie and get it going. But then we're all wearing different hats and the same hats and trading hats, and we're helping each other.
Flexible.
That should be the podcast name, Trading Hats.
The podcast name? No.
Well, is it a podcast or is it a podcast show documentary? What is it?
DocuCast.
Moving forward, we're definitely going
Not
to
big.
outline the process. Pre-production, production, and post-production. You guys are going to watch us figure out how to fund this movie, how to get people attached, how to make sure we film it here at home in New Jersey, take advantage of the tax credits, tax incentives, and see who we can pull in to help us get this made. Growing up, I think all of us were fans of Kevin Smith, and he used to love he wanted to make movies with his friends, and that's what we want. We want to make stuff with our friends, but we want it to be good. Make sure that we're able to come up with new ways to tell stories, especially in a point in our lives where like everybody's consuming a million different minute stories at once, and they're probably getting all the excitement that they need from their phones. Like, we still believe in the power of cinema, the power of long form storytelling. So that's what you'll see on this podcast.
Podcast?
So it's like the PODCumentary, right? So we're calling it.
Yeah, PODCumentary.
DocuCast.
No, you told me it was a mockumentary.
No, it can't be a mockumentary, and it can't be a docucast because your idea came 6 months too late. You're not allowed to give any ideas on what this is called anymore.
I mean, technically, it's a PODCumentary showcast because it's the show, it's a documentary.
But I'm not going to put fucking documentary showcast, fucking
Yeah, but
documentary.
PODCumentary showcast. It's like everything.
Yeah, but-
We're everything. We're writers. We're actors. Producers. Our show's
We're
everything.
not taking it seriously, are we?
Why are we filming a podcast?
Because that's what people do now. We watch
Yeah.
podcasts.
But we have to do that.
I listen to podcasts.
Why are we making a podcast again? Can we just like not do that? The fuck?
Yeah, but
what
who
are we
wants
doing
to
here?
listen when you can see us? Don't you want to be seen?
You know how many podcasts a day they're launched?
I've never been seen.
I think just because Mark Maron's gone that we're gonna fucking be podcast guys.
Who the fuck is Mark Maron?
You think just because you're bald and snort creatine, you're Joe Rogan? What the fuck are we doing here?
All right,
fuck
it's Joe Rogan.
This is fucking Hollywood, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Documentary.
Yeah.
See you on the next episode.
What the fuck is Hollywood, New Jersey?
That's us, Hollywood, New Jersey.
You think you have to wear earmuffs in Hollywood?
All dressed up, getting back from work now. Cash in a pocket, but it feels like we're selling out. And every job we take makes us less creative. How are we supposed to make it? Will someone please help us out? This winter makes me quiver or shiver. I can't deliver quicker than the liquor hitting my liver. Why do I want Snickers? They say we can't make it, we'll fake it until we break it, shaking up the industries. Until then, the weddings pay us. Wouldn't have to wear earmuffs in Hollywood. But if we never make it, doesn't mean that we're no good. Wouldn't have to wear earmuffs in Hollywood. But if we never make it, doesn't mean that we're no good. Say we can't make it, we fake it till we break it, shaking up the industries until